Roglic, and we have no reports of what might have happened to Vincenzo Nibali, but it did not look good, I'm afraid. There's Mikel Landa in the blue. And Chris Froome is about to be caught. So this is a brilliant performance from Tom Dumoulin. There might be Dutch glory yet. Landa in the meantime on the right-hand side. Oh, he looks in trouble. Nibali back on his bike. And that's good news for the race. Nibali back on his bike, and for one moment, Sean, it did not look good at all. He looked in agony.
Well, he looked at, taking a heavy fall and looked to be in pain for a moment, but back on his bike is good to see. We just did not see exactly what happened there, but Roglic as well, he was very much in that group. He disappeared also after that crash, so, were the other riders involved in the crash, but it definitely did make the riders slow down a bit.
So Froome is caught. Bardet thinks about going again, and Bardet is going to go again. Romain Bardet has something else to give. Wheels over to the right. Just 4 riders left in this group. Romain Bardet, Chris Froome, Tom Dumoulin, Geraint Thomas. There's still so much road to be ridden. We're getting into the easier part of the climb in the last 2Ks. Romain Bardet, Chris Froome, Tom Dumoulin, Geraint Thomas. Next on the road is Mikel Landa. Vincenzo Nibali is somewhere behind. Primož Roglic is somewhere with him. And a minute back, we're hearing Nairo Quintana. A little bit of a conversation there between Geraint Thomas and Tom Dumoulin. Primož Roglic just ahead of Vincenzo Nibali. And we wait to see what's going to happen. Well, good news for Movistar and Spanish and Basque fans. Mikel Landa Meana is back on. Sean, are we seeing tactical looking around or 5 exhausted riders? Well, we've got another answer. 3 times Bardet can go. And he's trying to crack them. Remember, the last 3 winners here have been French. Bardet this time pulls out a bit of a gap, and it's down to Chris Froome to chase. The Tour de France providing so much entertainment. Well, that does for Landa for the moment. But he's already made his way back once. Nibali has made it up to Roglic in the meantime, who has Kruijswijk up in front of him. They'll be hoping that there's a lot more looking around at the front. It's Froome who is trying to chase here. Dumoulin behind him, and at the bottom in the yellow jersey, Geraint Thomas. What's your take on this, Sean?
Well, we could see there was just the 4 of them across the road, and nobody wanted, to make the pace setting. And of course, Bardet, he decided to just put in a big attack here, and it's Froome was trying to get back to him. And we did see Landa; he was just getting on the rear there, but then the attack of Bardet put him into difficulty again. Also, Nibali and Roglic having a bit of difficulty getting on.
It's Dumoulin to attack for the first time. Tom Dumoulin feeling good enough to give it a go himself. The Dutch flags wave behind him on the Dutch mountain, and Tom Dumoulin is distancing Chris Froome. Tom Dumoulin distancing Chris Froome. Geraint Thomas can hold the wheel. Bardet at the moment is on Froome's wheel. And are we about to see a passing of the baton? It's so hard to call this because we know how Froome rides, Sean. We know he can be distanced, and already he starts to make his way back. But we did see with that first attack, Chris Froome of a few years ago might have carried that through and destroyed everybody.
Yes, it's certainly a little bit different from some years ago, but we can see Froome here. He does, times he looks like he's in difficulty, loses a lot of ground very quickly, and then gets back into the rhythm again, and he seems to be doing the same here, just walking away. But Tom Dumoulin is not pushing on. Geraint Thomas, very impressive there. That attack from Dumoulin, he was there to match it pretty comfortably.
We're hearing 35 seconds for Vincenzo Nibali. 35 seconds back down the mountain for the man who was off his bike, and we are yet to find out why. Riders to zip up their jerseys as they get onto the easier section here. Now, who's this going to benefit?
Well, it's going to be an interesting one. It all depends, how much you have left in the tank here. But Geraint Thomas looking impressive, but Bardet as well in this uphill finish. He can be a danger one. But Tom Dumoulin, that attack there was a big one, because we did see it put Froome in difficulty for a little moment.
Steven Kruijswijk battling on. Race car right past him. This is Nairo Quintana. The last count was over a minute behind. The front of the race enters the final 1.5 kilometres. Well, with the second group on the road, Vincenzo Nibali at 53 seconds now. 53 seconds from Nibali. And somewhere in the middle is Mikel Landa. Nibali with Roglic, by the way. Quintana and Fuglsang together at 1:02. So 1.4 kilometres to go. Remember, as yesterday, 10, 6 and 4 bonus seconds available on the line. At the minute, it's looking pretty good, Sean, for Geraint Thomas, whatever happens to keep the yellow jersey.
Yes, well, it's looking very good, and it's going to be an interesting one. Bardet, you can see he's just waiting. He's the one in general classification, just under 3 minutes down, where Dumoulin, Geraint Thomas and Froome, they're, very much up in the top of the classification. So I think he will try. He might not be as marked as much as they would. Tom Dumoulin, of course, as well. Dumoulin is, the time trialist, where Bardet, they're going to be thinking about that. They can allow a little bit of time to Bardet, so it might be an opportunity for him to just take an attack, and a little bit of hesitation from the three others.
Nibali and Roglic are going to be hoping there is more hesitation. Mikel Landa is thankful for it, and this is such a combative ride from Mikel Landa as they go under the Flamme Rouge. 1 kilometre to go up to the 30th ascension of this legendary mountain. Abduez is about to see a brand new winner, but who is it going to be? There are 5 riders in with a good shout, as Nibali and Roglic can now see them up the road. So many twists and turns, many more than the 21 hairpins we've seen. And there's room for more drama yet. 5 riders at the front, being led by Tom Dumoulin, the winner of the Giro d'Italia just over a year ago. Chris Froome's in there. Geraint Thomas, the current leader of the Tour de France, alongside Mikel Landa and Romain Bardet, who will be hoping to make it 4.